Start with a $178,000 portfolio, invest another $12,000, and later check your account to find $203,000. The account grew by $25,000. Since your contributions were $12,000, your money generated $13,000 entirely on its own. For the first time, your investments out-earn your human contributions. You essentially hired a second employee to work right alongside you, except this one doesn't sleep, doesn't take weekends off, and never calls in sick. The day your returns officially pass your contributions is the day personal finance stops feeling like an endless, exhausting grind. But the math is only half the story. The real shift happens in the way these figures start to influence your day-to-day thinking. Reaching $200,000 marks the point where your portfolio stops being a static balance and starts becoming a lens through which you view your career, your bills, and your lifestyle. At $200,000, an average historical market return of 8% generates $16,000 in a single year. Break that down into monthly segments, and it equals $1,333. It functions like a ghost paycheck arriving every 2 weeks from money you already saved, or an automated $7.70 hourly raise that you never have to clock in to earn. To put that exact dollar amount into perspective, $1,333 per month fully covers the average American car payment and auto insurance combined. You transition from actively scrambling to save money to realizing your accumulated capital is now actively paying your bills. The money is saving you. Look at a 5% market dip. On a $50,000 portfolio, a 5% drop is a $2,500 loss. But on a $200,000 portfolio, that exact same percentage drop wipes out $10,000. By the time you build an account this large, you have watched the market crash and recover multiple times. A $10,000 drop stops feeling like a structural emergency and starts looking like a temporary discount. The sheer scale of your portfolio, combined with the experience required to build it, forces you to stop reacting to short-term volatility with fear. You buy the dip because you recognize it as a purchasing opportunity. You also stop planning your finances around a monthly survival cycle. Instead, your temporal horizon zooms out to 30 years. Your financial identity matures. You act as a long-term builder executing a blueprint, rather than a saver trying to fill a piggy bank. Let's look at what happens when that long-term mindset is tested. Imagine two investors, Person A and Person B, both at $200,000 during a massive market crash. Person A panics and moves $50,000 into cash, while Person B chooses to stay fully invested. This split path chart tracks their portfolios over the next 3 years, assuming a 12% annual recovery. Person A's cash position flatlines their growth on that $50,000, leaving them with $260,700. Person B, who stayed invested, rides the recovery straight to $281,000. One emotionally reactive decision to pull money out of the market permanently damages the trajectory of your wealth. Assuming an 8% return and $500 monthly additions, a $200,000 baseline doubles to $400,000 in 7 years. The compounding accelerates, snowballing into $740,000 over the next 7. One final 7-year cycle crosses the $1,320,000 mark. Each step is vastly larger, leading to total financial freedom. There is a massive trap at this stage. When you see a balance this large, the temptation is to pull out a lump sum for a major lifestyle purchase, like a boat. This equation reveals the true opportunity cost of those purchases. Every $10,000 you withdraw right now eliminates $46,000 from your final retirement balance. Let me know in the comments if you are building toward that $200,000 mark or already past it. Next time, we'll look at the math behind why your first $100,000 is actually a third of the way to $1 million. $200,000 is the exact inflection point where your accumulated capital becomes a fully functioning, self-sustaining financial engine. You did the hard work to build it. Now all it needs is time to run.